As with this show, Cara, which I know is one thing that you love about it, we are going to go from recycling items to a gorgeous film about music.
Oh, even better.
Yes. This is...
No, not even better than recycling. But even better.
This is how a Beverley Craven ballad became an anthem for couples all across the country.
Promise me you'll wait for me, 'cause I'll be saving all my love for you.
So, Bev, you've never been back here since that day?
God, that's nearly 30 years ago. No, I haven't been back.
Beverley Craven's Promise Me was released back in 1990 and hit the charts a year later. The promo video for it was shot here at Didcot Railway Station.
We got here at something like 5 o'clock in the morning in the hopes of catching a, you know, a lovely sunrise, but it was kind of grey like this.
Since then, Beverley has released 5 albums, had 3 children and endured 2 bouts of breast cancer.
Wow. Isn't it gorgeous? Well, the sentiment was all about going away and someone waiting for you. I was living in a bedsit in South London, on a dole, on my own, pretty lonely. And I fell in love with this guy, and he just sort of smashed my heart, really, you know. But he has been responsible for a few songs, so it's been worth it.
Absolutely. I mean, he kind of gave you your big break, really.
Yes, yes. And I bet he regrets it now. Yeah, I mean, I remember sitting in my little bedsit, starting to play the intro, and thinking, ooh, that sounds like something Elton John might play. Took it into the record company. They said, fantastic, we'll release it as the first single. And I thought, oh, my God, that's my career in tatters. Coming out of the 80s into the 90s, there was nothing like it in the charts.
But the world was on the verge of change. A month after Promise Me was released, the first Iraq war broke out. British troops were sent in. Promise Me struck a chord with soldiers and their loved ones and became one of the most requested tracks on British Forces radio. At the time, DJ Ernie was simply Elaine Rowe and was living on a military base.
Former army wife myself.
Are you?
Husband went off to the Gulf War in Germany, and I was one of those people requesting your song. It was men to women, women to men. It just was the connection.
Well, I'm thrilled
words.
about that. That's such a lovely thing.
Ernie is now the UK head of Forces Radio, but she still hosts the occasional show, including one today.
Thanks for having me, Anne. It's so lovely to be here.
Oh, you're very welcome. I feel like you've come home to BFBS. So remembering how the song made me feel, I wondered if we could get hold of anybody else who had requested it. We found the lovely Margaret Usman, and she remembers exactly what this song meant to her.
I had requested this song, which alternately made me feel all warm and fuzzy, but also made me cry. I would like to thank her on behalf of all the wives who lived through the Gulf War, because it's a very special piece of music, and she should be very, very proud that she gave that to us.
How do you feel about that, Beverley Craven?
Listen, I was saying to you earlier on, it's been months since I've cried. I don't cry, and you've just brought a tear to my eye. Thanks for that.
Now recovering from cancer for a second time, Beverley is back performing.
When you go through tough times, it really does make you realise how good life is.
Beverley's back at Didcot Railway Centre, where the video was recorded. Today, especially for the One Show, she's performing an acoustic version of Promise Me for volunteer staff, and Ernie's come along too.
Light up another cigarette and I pour the wine. It's 4 o'clock in the morning and it's starting to get light. Now I'm right where I wanna be, losing track of time. But I wish that it was still last night.
I really don't understand what it is about that song. People come up to me at gigs and say, oh my God, that song. They say it's our song, and it's amazing actually what one song can do.
touches you, doesn't it?
So moving. Absolutely.
Do you have memories of that song, Orlando?
Yeah, of course. It was such an anthem, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm not asking Cora because I know that you're, you're way too young.
I think I was
for
probably
it.
about 11 when that was hitting the charts, right? It's crazy. It was such a beautiful song. School discos.
Stunning.
Slow dancing on the school disco.
Same for me. We're exactly the same age. We were born the same year.
Are we really?
And, yeah,
Wow.
it's same. School discos.
Yeah.
And Cara, for you, music is a big part of your life. I mean, you were engrossed in that. Certainly when you started playing piano, because you play piano too and drums.
Yeah, I play piano, drums, guitar. We all can sing, but some better than others. I'm not great, but I love to sing. I love to write music.
Do you?
Yeah.